So as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, this isn't my usual thing. And after publishing Best of 2020, I kind of want to talk about something I don't really get to talk about on this channel, which is Magic. And that is one of the videos that wasn't in the compilation at all, even though it just kind of stands out, right? Because that and fire eating really stands out. I just wanted to talk on it for a bit. Magic was first introduced to me when I was probably about 6, by an uncle at some family gathering, and as antisocial as I am now, I never liked family gatherings because it gave me something to do to practice for myself. Getting lost in talk here. And he showed me some mostly automatic tricks, but it sparked my interest. And later on, you know, I got a few magic kits as a kid, but I never really used them outside of just the house, not even to family gatherings. I didn't really start learning a bunch of things until way later, until high school, where I think it kind of socially saved me. It helped me interact with people that I usually wouldn't otherwise. Instead of just being the guy who was alone in the cafeteria, I was either performing for a group during lunch or study hall who was bored, or I was that guy in the cafeteria practicing magic tricks, which is slightly better than being that guy alone in the cafeteria doing nothing. Let's see if I did this right. A little bit rusty. Yeah, I did. And yeah, that clip, old magic video, is a routine I did on one of my last days in high school, and I haven't performed much since then, outside of very small circumstances. And I just wanted to do a few tricks for you, show you how to do a few of them, because they're dirt easy. People have said it's the easiest profession in the world, and some disagree. It really depends how far you go, but I want to show you a couple. I'm going to show you the first one, and the aces actually work out. The first one my uncle showed me that wasn't an automatic trick, and none of these are going to be automatic tricks. You're always going to have to do something on your part. But this one's called Ace Hotel, and he would go, all right, take these aces, hold them up to the light. Do you see anything strange, anything weird? You can see they're normal, they're decorative. What is this stuff called? Where's the box? It's called High Victoria Playing Cards. Well, I just kind of have a bunch around, I don't know. But let's get this box out of here. You take the deck and be like, all right, give me those aces. Be like, okay. Like, you're happy with those, you can't see through them, they're not resistant to light or anything, and you take the aces, you put them on top of the deck. You're like, okay, this one's called Ace Hotel. We're going to take the first ace, we're going to put him near the bottom floor. We're going to take the second ace, we're going to put it near the middle. And he's going to take the third ace, we're going to put it near the top. They're all on different floors, right? And we only buried 3 of the 4 aces, so obviously the ace on top is still there. And there's multiple variations on how this goes, but it's common that, you know, the building's on fire, and they're coming up to escape from the fire, to a helicopter escape. Sometimes it's a bank heist, but I just feel like they're going to come to the top of the deck. And at this point, I'd snap my fingers, next card would come up as an ace. I would tap the deck, next card comes with an ace, and I would have you tap the deck, and you take the last card to make sure there's nothing wacky going on. And of course, it'd be an ace. And this is the first trick I learned. It's kind of clever and interesting, and I might as well show the deck because I did before that they're not just all aces. They're all different. I don't know if I showed it before. I don't know. I'm going to show you how this one's done. I'm going to show you a couple, and about 20% of people that I've ran into don't want to know how it's done. So I'm going to put a timestamp here of what you can skip to go to the next trick. so that you know you won't know how to do it, and it won't be spoiled for you. But I'm going to begin that explanation now. So here's the timestamp. Skip to there if you don't want to learn how this one's done. And this one, I wouldn't say it's the easiest one because you got to get away with something. But basically, while they're inspecting the aces, you get 3 cards off the top. And you do the most complex thing I'm going to teach this video. I might do this more in the future. I don't remember that many routines. I'd have to refresh my memory. But you take 3 random cards and you just palm them. You just put them in your hand like this, and it's pretty much invisible to where you're like your natural hand, right? They're not gonna see that unless you're like, ugh. So when you take the aces, you're like, all right. They put the aces face down, or you have them here, and they go ahead and put those aces on the top of the deck. Sorry, I'm getting used to this whole thing. You still have this palmed. This is the spectator hand right here. Now, okay, go ahead and put those aces on top of the deck. They do, and then with your palm cards, you grab the deck, and then you just pick it up, and it's super easy. So now you have 3 junk cards in the top, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna bury the first ace, which is not actually an ace. Second ace, not actually an ace. Third ace. And the moment you've palmed the cards and set them on the deck, the entire trick is done. And that's pretty often with tricks that when the fun part happens, it's already over. This got bumped somehow. I'm gonna move that back up. Sorry for that. I don't know how long that's been like that. Nice Binding of Isaac backdrop because I don't have my actual mat. And the reason you might want a mat like this is so you can let me do a better fan that is you can actually see the end of. We'll do it right here. You can actually take the bottom card here and just flip it over, and then the whole thing will come over. It's pretty fun. And just generally, it just looks nice. They can slide a bit. It's fun. It's fun. And that's how you do it. It's kind of a cheesy one. If they're looking at your hands on the second attempt, they're gonna catch you. And this is the first trick I like to do. It's dirt easy. It's the easiest trick I know, and it allows the most creativity behind what you do. So that's a pretty good deal, right? Easiest trick, the most mind-blowing thing you can do. But it's so simple. But basically, they mix it up. Well, good. They can mix it up. You can mix it up. It doesn't really matter. So you can see all the cards mixed up here. They're all different. Now, with frame rates, it's a little bit hard to see because you can't see something like this exactly as good as you could with the human eye. Cameras are just going to be like that. I'll mix it up again. Make sure you know everything's good. And you tell me when to stop. Now, obviously, this is a recording. I could technically do this 1,000 times, and I would just send the video when I eventually got it right. But you have my word, I'm not going to look at it because I'm going to show you how it's done, and you're going to know I'm not going to say it. So, here's what it looks like. Face down now. And they could put it anywhere they want. They can mix it up. They can shuffle it. It's great. Everything is wonderful. And then I'd spread the cards out here. Might be a little difficult to see with the cameras. Get a good, better spread. Not just for the sake of the camera. I'm gonna do 2 spreads because there's not that much room. I put way more cards in the top one or the bottom one, the top one for you. So spot your card if you can. You should be able to see it. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna point here to here to here. In your mind, say stop when I'm on the road, on the thing. Now, obviously, if you say stop, I can't. This is a video, I can't hear you. So do that if you want. I'm just gonna do this again until I can hear that psychic energy or whatever. Okay, it's in this pile, so let's get rid of this. We're just gonna do this again, left, right. Oh, okay, around here. Got it. Go a bit more spread out now. Get these looking a bit better than what they are right now. Yep, and that light is officially dead. You know what? That's fine. We'll work a little bit more shadowy. We'll just actually, let's just snap that on. There we go. That's a bit better. It's not going to look quite as warm, but you know what? That is fine. It's going to be a bit more shadowy, whatever. More spooky, if you will. And we're going to do it again. Sorry, that was the psychic energy turning the light off. It's not a dead battery. Okay, so it's around over here. Last 5 cards here. Okay. Yeah, definitely the 10 of clubs. And that's how it is on the second time around. In a different setup, I would do a variation of that, which is right. Look, they're all mixed up. They're great. Oh, stop. Okay, there it is. Promise I'm not looking. And then, you know, put it anywhere. It's fine. No shenanigans. They're all squared off. Right. And then I would say, think of the name of your card. And say it over and over again in your head. You can say it out loud if you want. So if it's, for example, the King of Diamonds, say it again. King of Diamonds, King of Diamonds, King of Diamonds. And just keep doing that, keep doing that. Keep saying it. Almost hear you. 4 spades, 4 spades, 4 spades. And you do something like that. Now, from the outside view, that's just like, bro, you looked at it while it's there. But I don't need to. It doesn't matter if I see it. Well, I guess it does in that particular trick. It truly doesn't matter. And this is another timestamp. Go to the next trick. This is how this one's done. This one is called a force, and it lets you know the card they're going to pick before they pick it. You're forcing that choice on them. They don't really have a choice, and it's the simplest move. And you can play it off any way you want because you know the card they picked, and they can mix it up however hard they want. They can take the whole deck. It doesn't matter what they do. So what you do is you'd mix it up any number of ways. And when you're showing them that the cards are all mixed up. You're memorizing what the top card is, and we're gonna make that a more memorable card. We'll do Queen of Hearts, just for the sake of memory. So you'd remember that's Queen of Hearts. Well, you'd be like, pick any card, say stop. All right, here it is. That's your card. I know it's the Queen of Hearts every time. It's gonna be the Queen of Hearts. Run it again if you think we just got lucky. And you're probably caught on by the second time watching this that's just dealing the top card. So when you say stop, you're taking this with your thumb, you're rolling it over, and then you're using your thumb to push off that card. Now, you could do a smoother, or if you're not comfortable doing that whole thing, you can just pull this over and be like, okay, take the card from there. You don't have to do the thumb thing. But rolling it over is pretty useful. And you'll have the queen. And you'll know every single time what they pick. And I encourage you to do this with your own cards. This one's dead easy if you get it to yourself. You'll fool yourself. So you look, you see, okay, that's the 5 of clubs. Alright, say stop. Alright, right there, sure. There you go, buddy. Have a look at that. I'm going to look away. You already know. 5 of clubs, easy. You can do whatever you want with that. And that's a great, easy, fast trick. You can pretend you're a miner, do whatever. Pretend you read their body language, and it's real easy to say that, but it's kind of morally challenging as well, because you didn't actually do that, but it's such an easy trick. I'm going to show one more to you. This one's pretty popular in social media right now. I don't know the exact name of the reveal. It starts with an S. I can't remember the exact name. Yeah, I wish we still had the page, but so what you do, you mix it up. This is not a force. You don't even have to know what the card is. So you'd spit it out, they'd pick anyone. I won't look at the card for the sake of fun. So it's that one there. Okay, go ahead and put that card there for me. There it goes. And we'll just do some cuts. I'll do another cut, why not? Whoops. And we'll do a shuffle. Just to make sure everything's mixed up. I didn't force your card in any way, you know, it's not something like that. We'll do some hand shuffles as well. People love the hand shuffles, right? Now what happens now is we do something called a drunk shuffle. And people who love cards hate this because you're getting them all up down order, and it takes a really long time to fix it. You do it like 52 times, it sucks. But as you can see, there's cards that are front to back, there's cards that are back to front, and there's even cards that are back to back. Now, on the snap of my fingers, I'm going to make them all turn the same way. Look at that. Except for one card, which is going to be yours. Flickshots. I don't remember the exact name of that effect, but it's pretty popular. I know on some of the comments I was reading on one of the tutorials for one of these, I think it was like a TikTok someone sent me or something, but people were kind of confused, so I'm gonna try to lay it out here. Not that those people are gonna come here and be like, "Oh, this is how you do this effect." Basically, it's a card control. So what you do is you have them pick any card you want. I'm gonna see it this time, so we can just keep track of it. You know what? Let's pick the card. We'll do a more pretty card than that. We'll do a face. We'll do an ace of diamonds. Why not? And you break the deck randomly and be like, all right, put the card there, or you can have them break it right there. And what you're doing is when you put these cards on, you're not really putting it on because that will lose the card. You're putting your pinky in the way. So when you drop these cards on, you have that break. Right? It's really hard to show the camera. You have that break right there, and what you're doing when you're taking a cut is you're doing, okay, I'll take this, and take this. And now you've traveled the ace of diamonds to the top. I'm going to do that face up so it's easier to follow. So you haven't put it there. You get a pinky break. So you know that you could just grab the cards right there because your pinky is in the way. And you have that big old gap there, and then you'll take some off the top. You still have that break. You take another off the top, and you do that. And there's the ace right there. Now, I did a false cut. What I just did leaves the deck exactly how it was. This is still on top. So if you want to learn that, that's fine. Just look up false cut, and you'll learn it. It's pretty smooth once you get the hang of it. There's also the weird thing I did there. I don't want to do it because it takes a while to get set up, and it kind of makes the cards weird. And you can also do a false shuffle. At least for the top card, just make sure you end with that hand, and that ace will stay there. And your next job is to get the ace to the bottom. And what you're going to do is, when you're doing, the key is doing this, when you're doing this shuffle, you're just grabbing that first card right off the top, which puts it on the bottom, and then you're just throwing cards on top, so it's still on the bottom. And you notice I did multiple revolutions of that. Then you're going to just pinch hard, and you're going to just slide those out, and that's going to keep the ace on the bottom. Pinch, slide, it's still going to be on the bottom the whole time. That's the most hard part, is just making sure you get their card to the bottom. What you can do is force the card so you know what it is and check if it's on the bottom. Just like do this real quick. Like you're just doing a wrist thing like this, and say, okay, now we're going to do a drunk shuffle, and you can just check facing me. Okay, that's not their card. I need to quickly make it their card. You can improvise like that. That's fine. Pretend to do another shuffle to find it. And fix the mistake if you want to go in with a safety. But for the next called the drunk shuffle, it's actually not mixing them up and down as much as it looks like it. You're just rotating one hand. You don't want to rotate this hand because we'll see that their card's on the bottom. But you're just rotating this hand over and over. And logically, you can probably figure out that why they're not mixing. When you get to the last card, put that on the top. And you'll notice that what actually is here is there's a bunch of face-up cards, a bunch of face-down cards, and you have their card face down on the top. And what you do is you break somewhere, since the cards are a little bit bent, there's that natural gap there. You take this, you take before the gap and you say cards are front to back. You take after the gap and say back to front. Then you take at the gap and back to back, or back to back, and then you're flipping this card over. And what that's going to do is automatically put them all on the same, besides that one card, which is theirs. It's some kind of, I don't remember the exact name. It starts with an S, I'm almost certain. I can't remember for the life of me exactly what it is. And I've got plenty of other tricks I want to show, including the one that's featured in the video, which is this spider prop here. There's also an empty case. And if you're interested in how that one's done, or other tricks, let me know. I can make this a regular thing. That'd be pretty cool. But I hope you enjoyed those. I hope you get to use them and practice them. In the description are a couple of great channels that teach them way better than I ever could. Yeah, thanks for hanging out.